Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Well, if you've ever bought a cigar simply on looks, nothing else, this would be the one to buy. Look at this cigar. It is beautiful. I gotta say, it is eye-catching. And with that 1 inch, depending on where you measure, from that angle right there, it's an inch of total unfinished foot. And that's not just unfinished, that is filler. There's no binder around there. Look at that. That is straight out the filler of the cigar. And that is so interesting. Speaking of the filler, there's the density. Now it has a nice feel in the hand. It is a 7x52 torpedo, and it's from a company you have never heard of. It's brand new, Casa del Tobaco, 1C in tobacco. And the lineage of this gentleman is unquestioned. It's blended by Abel Lara, who is the son of Avelino Lara, the creator of Cohiba in Cuba, and he was Fidel Castro's blender. I mean, the man that put Cohiba on the map. Then in 1996, he retired, moved to Nassau, Bahamas, and put Graycliff on the map. He was hired by the Graycliff Hotel and Restaurant to create a cigar that pair with their meals, and I've been to Graycliff many times, and I've been to the restaurant, but they did all this, brought him in, hired him, and he put Graycliff on the map, making some fine cigars, although very expensive if you ever had one. So that's the background of the lineage of the cigar. It's Abel's first attempt at something solo. He worked at Graycliff under his dad's leadership, and then now that this is years later, he has his own creation. It's a Nicaraguan wrapper, Ecuadorian binder, and the filler is Costa Rican, Honduran, and Nicaraguan. So that's the long and the short of it. We'll see if this is a one and done for him or if he's going to stick around and make some more. But let's see how this cigar is, the Casa del Tobaco Torpedo. Yeah, you can't tell me over the years at some point you haven't gone in a tobacco cigar shop and saw a cigar and just said, it catches your eye, it looks pretty, and you want to try it. You've done it. I have done it. But I'm telling you, this thing would catch your eye in a shop, wouldn't it? Wow. All right. Okay. Didn't take off too much. Whoop, there it is. Very little. And I'm going to touch it up with the Perfect Draw. Perfect Draw tool, I say a lot about this thing. It is made for torpedoes because you don't want to take too much off. So, again, through the magic of video editing, I'll be right back. And I'm back. Now, we're going to light pure filler. It's going to be interesting. I'm probably not going to cut away from the light just to show you how it does. It doesn't boom into flames, but it's just interesting. You've never seen this before, probably. Burning a little bit uneven. There's nothing to guide it, but it'll catch up. But your first flavors are very sharp orange citrus, some beginnings of citrus peel, a lot of nutmeg, light leather, and a little brown sugar. Black pepper at about 7.5. And when we hit the wrapper and binder, I'll come back and we'll talk about how it has the flavors have changed. So that's the light up, which lasts as long as 3/4 to an inch of filler last. Well, we're here at the end or at the beginning of the wrapper and binder, and at the end of the filler, and some of it popped off, but you can see it's just looks like normal tobacco. It looks a little rough because there was no binder or wrapper there. But now the leather is picking up and it's getting very earthy. You still have a citrus peel, brown sugar combination there, but it's not quite as intense as it was. Nutmeg, black coffee, black pepper is still around 7.5, close to 8. But the undoubtedly, this binder and wrapper, one of them or both, are really elevating the leather notes in the cigar. And now you have a black coffee base. So we got a ways to go to the first third, but that's how it changes as soon as it gets past the filler burnout. First third. And the cigar is not bad. It's there's a lot of leather. There's some citrus, more citrus peel, some brown sugar, a lot of leather, nutmeg, and black coffee. The cigar is not in balance. The leather is the primary flavor. The citrus peel, brown sugar would be the secondary flavor, followed by light nutmeg, and then your black coffee base. And that's the order you'll probably notice them in. The finish is a lot of leather and decently green black pepper. At this juncture, I would call it medium body. But for me, the cigar it's right over the line with me in the positive direction. So I'm going 91 for the first third. Not a bad start. It's the leather is a little bit up there. So now you leather fans take note. But the way the strictly the filler tasted, it was really pretty good. It was really pretty good. It was very tangy, in your face citrus and the other flavors. So that lasted 11 minutes. Then we got the leather going. So now we're into the darker notes. It's not too bad out of balance, but it's not quite in balance. Leather is the primary flavor. So it's burning nice and slowly. 39 minutes out of the first third. Let's see what we have in the second. Into the second third. And the cigar is not a lot different, working with the band, but the leather is a tad more elevated. And it's not as sweet, not quite as sweet. The citrus peel is more of what you get than the brown sugar or the citrus, and they're both really low. The citrus peel comes out, the nutmeg, the leather, and the black coffee. You'll notice all those. Medium to full. Finish is unchanged, still leather. and a little more lingering black pepper. But I still like the cigar, but not quite as much as the first third. The citrus has got to be there. And when it dropped, the score was going to drop to 90. Still not too bad. It's on the line now, as before it was just over the line. So it's changed. But we've got, and we're getting a great burn time out of an hour and 15 minutes to this point. So 1/3 left, already taking the band off. Let's see what we have in the final third. Down to the end. So let's wrap it up. The leather's just blossoming, and you have some brown sugar to go with it, but that's about it, besides the nutmeg and the black coffee. The citrus and citrus peel are afterthoughts. Medium to full. Finish is absolutely unchanged. It's straight leather and a very nice amount of lingering black pepper. But the cigar took a turn to even darker and even more leather. And for you leather fans, and that's all you want, then this is something to look at. I would rate the final third 87. It sort of started to lose me. Now I want to speak about where you find these. I'm surprised that more places don't have this cigar because of its lineage, if nothing else. The only place that I know that you can get them is Small Batch Cigar. That's where I got them. If you want to give it a try, you're going to have to go to them for now. I think they'll pop up other places. And this wasn't a bad first cigar. So I want to see if they come out with more. Final third 87, that means your overall score is 89.33. So it's right at or just below the line with me. It's not a bad first cigar for anyone getting into the market. I mean, Abel knows cigars, so it's not like he doesn't know anything about them. But this one was just a tad below what I look for. But I hope he comes out with more because I think he's on the right track. So that'll do it. The initial offering, debut of Casa del Tobaco Torpedo. It's the only size available, Torpedo, 89.33.